Hey everybody, CDJ here, and I'm here to review Gangster Squad. I have been looking forward to Gangster Squad for quite some time now, ever since I saw the first trailer. Actually, me and Jaden, when we both saw Jack Reacher, we both agreed to go to Gangster Squad after seeing the trailer because it looked great. And I like the cast: Ryan Gosling, Nick Nolte, Sean Penn, Josh Brolin, Emma Stone. Everybody seemed really great, and I gotta say, everybody was great. I do have a few problems with the movie. I'll get into that, but right off the bat, I will say Gangster Squad is definitely a lot of fun. Just for awesome action and fight scenes. It is so great to see that kind of thing done well nowadays. Because nowadays with cinema, you never know what's going to happen. They could totally screw it up. They could totally do a great job. I don't know. But I really did enjoy Gangster Squad a lot. And I'm going to get more in depth into it in a minute. Now let's get into it. I'm going to hit off the problems I had with it right away. Now, the first problem I had with it was that the characters seemed, when someone would die, yes, they mattered to them a lot, but then it kind of just moved on too quickly. I'm not going to say who, but someone dies, and that motivates someone to join the Gangster Squad, and that's it. It seemed like every time somebody died, it happened, and then the story just went on. And they didn't really stick with that person's death at all, really much. Like, the death would happen, it would push somebody to do something, and then next thing you know, it just keeps going. It's like, well, someone's dead. They keep on that. They need character development with somebody's death that was important to this character, and they didn't really stay on somebody's death. Someone would die, and then that's it. They died, and it would affect the character like when they died, and then after that, it's just nothing. They never bring up the character's death ever. After their death scene, they're never talked about again. Some of the deaths were pretty important plot points and drove people to do things, and then they just moved on really quickly and never talked about it again. I didn't really like that. Realistically, like, if somebody dies, it should affect somebody for the whole movie. And I don't know. I guess maybe a little problem with the writing right there, but other than I really didn't have any other major problems, just that. Now I'll get into the acting, starting with Ryan Gosling. He put on an accent for this movie to seem like, some Chicago guy. It is in LA, but he did have an accent, and he pulled it off perfectly. He played a 30s LAPD cop so well. I really enjoyed him in this movie. I haven't seen things like The Notebook or Drive even, but it's one of my favorite Ryan Gosling roles, definitely. Josh Brolin, he was great. Among my favorite roles for him, Josh Brolin was a really good, hardened cop that could not be corrupted, and he played that very well. He seemed very believable that he was doing things to, protect his family, and yeah, he did very well with that. Sean Penn was fantastic. He by far blew me away with his performance as Mickey Cohen. He put on a great accent, and he would look like I grew to hate him in the movie. The character he played was such a horrible guy, and Sean Penn did a great job at illustrating the guy's ruthlessness. And he did really great with that. So, I will say right now, Sean Penn was my favorite performance. Not saying that everybody else wasn't as good. Sean Penn just, stood out. Nick Nolte was really good, too. He wasn't in it a lot, but when he was very good. Even just listening to him talk, I kind of like Nick Nolte's voice. I don't know why. I've always kind of liked it. Just the raspiness of it. I kind of liked it. Emma Stone is great in this. I think she played a good 30s, girlfriend to Ryan Gosling. So she was good for that. I enjoyed her a lot. Again, everybody was really great in this movie. I don't know everybody's names, but everybody in the Gangster Squad alone, all the actors in there were fantastic, including the old gunslinger and all the other cops. They were all really, really great. Another thing I'm going to talk about is the directing and cinematography. Now, I'm not very familiar with the guy that directed this. I know that he's not a very big director. I did look at his IMDb, but yeah, this by far is I think it's his best work. He did a really great job with the characters and everything like that. I think the directing was great. And I'm going to say right now, the cinematography was one of the best things about this movie. It was so great. It had so many fantastic shots that I just loved. There were so many shots that just made me go, I just stepped back. I was like, whoa. That was awesome. And the action sequences were so cool. And I really enjoyed all the action in this. Anytime someone's getting beaten up or shot, it was so cool. And just the cinematography really illustrated all the action in it and did a fantastic job of illustrating it. It just looked so great. All the action, all the explosions, every bit of it was so cool. One last thing, all the color tone and just the tone of the movie itself was really illustrated a dark 30s LA, and I think that it gave off a very great tone for a 30s LA. It really seemed like the 30s, and I think especially the cast did a great job of that too, and the directing, everything was great that way. And I thought the pacing was fantastic. Right off the bat, there was just Josh Brolin is just beating the crap out of some guys. I really enjoyed that aspect of it. The pacing was so great, and overall, I really enjoyed Gangster Squad a lot. I did have a little bit of problems, with the characters, people's deaths like that, as I said before. But I was willing to look past that and enjoy the movie itself, and I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it, and the action was fantastic. The acting was great. I really enjoyed Gangster Squad a lot. Now, out of 10, I'm going to give this one an 8. Now, I know I said I really enjoyed it a lot, but, and it was a great movie to start off the year, and because this is my first review of the year, this is the first movie I've seen of the year, and I really enjoyed it. I think it was totally worth it. Great start to 2013, and I can't wait to see all the other movies coming out this year too. I hope I can see a lot of. Okay, and that's about it. If you have seen Gangster Squad, let me know. You can't comment anything you want about it. Agree with me, disagree with me. I don't care. I want to see what you guys think too. Okay, and then that's about it. So I'm gonna stroll on out of here.